So I got a Marincess deck profile for you, updated. This is going to be most likely what I'm running at the beginning of the new year. This is post Banlist. It's not 100% final. I am debating on a couple cards in here, but most likely I'll definitely be testing this particular build out. And I'll tell you the cards that I may sub out, may not. We'll start off with the main deck first, just because that's the most interesting. 3 Mandarin. This card ends up being free at some points. Free to summon. You got Seahorse, another one that ends up being free to summon. Blue Tang, it just has a great effect. This is the one that you can excavate 3 and take 1. Pascalis, you end up getting an extra summon if you got another one in hand. Another Marincess in hand. Marincess Spring Girl is another good one. This is your time card, and also it ends up just being free. So getting a free body. Anyways, so this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I hope you're having to add. Okay, so 15 engine monsters. 15 monsters, engine monsters, rather. I think this is just the best route to go right now. Keep it short, sweet, simple. Because if you play Marincess without these next few cards, you're going to be wasting your time, I would say. Because these next few cards are why this deck's so good. So, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Empire. Okay. Earlier, when I said I was going to cut possibly something, I'll definitely be keeping this at least in the side. But the issue with siding this is it depends if you're winning dice roll. So I'm the type of person who doesn't win a dice roll a lot. I just have bad luck. It's just part of it. So if you play for Manadium, for example, and you don't have draw, they're probably going to build an insane board. So, it'd be nice to have the chance at getting this. Of course, the next game you're going to go first, and you'll probably be able to, set up enough of a defense to stop them. But if not, then game 3, whatever you stop in game 2, game 3, they're going to go first again. And, you just have more chance with it in the main. I don't know. But I am debating on taking Nib out as well. And replacing them with board breakers. So, probably not Dark Ruler, but Forbidden Droplet most likely. Dark Ruler could come in handy sometimes, but definitely not that great. So 15 non-engine hand traps. That's crazy. Okay, so main decking Thrust. This is going to be mainly for searchability of Pot of Desires, Feather Duster, another main decking choice. Because this deck just doesn't brick. You'll see in the test hands, it just doesn't brick. You never draw these. It seems like, which you might be like, why not? Why even playing them? I don't know, but so yeah. Also, this is searchable, and this is searchable off Thrust. So we have 5 searchable cards off of Thrust. So, that's great if you ask me. But we don't want to just be drawing them every turn, because there's going to be times where you don't even get to use Thrust. Desires is a little problematic because it can get rid of some of your good stuff. But if you gotta have it, you gotta have it. It's one of them cards, if you don't need to use it, don't use it. That's just kind of the way it is. Because you're just gambling. 2 Marincess Dive. I think that's a pretty good number. 2 seems like the right number. You don't really want to draw this because it's searchable. If you draw it, it's not that big of a deal. But it's just a very specific card. It's not... If it could summon from deck, which I don't know why this card can't summon from deck, that would make it much better. Battle Ocean at 1. I could possibly see myself cut the I don't know. You don't want to see this. You do not want to see this at times. It's hard to explain. You would rather search it, but if you have it in your back pocket, then you can go for something else off the effect of Coral Triangle, or whichever one. No, Sea Angel. Marincess Wave at 2. This is a hand trap when you control a level 3. I mean a link 3 or higher. So yeah, it's great. This literally can win you duels. So now we have Marincess. Let's see. Go into the extra deck. I'm just gonna go through these. Most of them running 2 Sea Angel. There's times when you'll go for this first, and there's times where you will go for Slug first. Just really make sure to think it out, because you can mess up, because if you use this one's effect and add back to hand the one that banishes, then you're out of luck if you didn't mill something that banishes. So sometimes it's best to go for this one, go for the dive, just go ahead and hard special it out. Then go into the blue slug. That way you at least got the 2 bodies. Then if you can use that, fine. But 2 blue slug, 2 coral anemone, 1 coral triangle, 1 splash mage. This card really helps because it's not specific to Marincess. Marbled rock. Marincess Marbled rock. You don't really use this one that much, but it does recycle. So a lot of times you can get back your wave, or anything you might need that's in the graveyard. The water charmer. I would definitely consider cutting this one, but it can get you a monster from deck when it's sent to the graveyard. But it has to be destroyed by an opponent's card of it. Oh my gosh. I'm getting over this sickness. Argonaut. Spell and Trap negate. Big body. Spell and Trap negate. So yeah, it's a good card. Marincess Great Bubble Reef. It is a +1 in the standby. Big body, huge body, and yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome. There's a very specific circumstance where you can get into these and still go full combo. So you're not gonna use these that much, but it's good to have that option. I don't know. You could almost cut it. Because, to be honest with you, this is probably going to get banned eventually anyway, because there's so many level 4s running around. And anyway, and then this is like the MVP of your deck. This is how you win games. This is how you OTK. Really the only way to OTK, to be honest with you, with this deck, unless you just get lucky and swarm the board. The most one of your monsters could be at would be around 4,000 to 5,000. I think 4,500 or so with Bubble Reef. That can happen. But with this one, it's only 2,500 attack. I wish it was a little more attack. If it was at 3K, that would really, really help OTK, because you're usually just a little bit shy. So that kind of sucks. But basically, it banishes all your opponent's monsters. Burn their negates up, then banish everything they have. And when you do that, let me see. I don't even think it targets. I can't remember. Yeah, you can banish all monsters on the field. It's a non-targeting banish. bam. So I mean that's pretty crazy. Let's see. For the side deck, I'm missing a couple things, but right now just the standard 3DD Crow that comes up. It's better than Bestials right now. Extra Thrust, Herald of the Abyss for Pearly, and I need 2 more of these. I can't find them. Evenly Lightning. Like I said, this deck does well going second and first. So if it's a matchup where you think they're expecting you to go first, it's a pretty good deck to switch it up on them, and that way they're just sitting there on a bunch of just cards that they don't necessarily want in their deck, and that can help you because they may draw on, it messes up their ratios. So they were hoping to draw for, Lightning Storm evenly or something like that, and then they brick on it, and here you are going full combo the next turn and just destroying them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the test hands next, and we'll see how you like it. All right, let's go into some test hands. Hopefully my camera will act right. Okay. Just I've already shuffled. We'll just do a little cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so going first, we're good. Going second with this hand, we're good. Let's see what we would draw. Another hand trap, so could bait out a Baron, or something of that nature. Have Nib, Ash. Got our starters. I mean, you're golden. So I'm just gonna keep drawing off the top, just for y'all to see. We won't even do the draw. Okay. Yeah, you're golden. Okay. That's 2 playable hands, going first or second. This is a decent going first or second hand. Yeah, I mean, you're Battle Ocean, Blue Tang. Not the best going second hand. Really good going first hand. Okay, let's see. So we've had 4 playable hands at this point. I think this is the 5th. May not be. I mean, this is a playable hand going first or second. You would just normally Seahorse, and you'd get basically a free Seahorse. Going second, you got Droll and 2 Veilers. You're stopping pretty much any deck. Okay. So this is the first unplayable hand we've had. Well, going first, for sure, an unplayable hand. But look at the follow-up. Look at that. So let's just say we were going second with it. We would still be bricking. So that's 5 out of 6 that were good hands. Okay. Another good hand. These Mandarins are a little they're too close together for some reason. We'll fix that later. Let's go for another 5. I think this is where we started. So, yeah. Or close to where we started. Let's see. Yeah. So we pretty much went through the whole deck, and we had 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10, 9 out of 10 that were good. You can't beat that, guys. So I think this is a pretty consistent deck. Like I said, it's not the most powerful deck by no means. But the non-engine really carries this deck. And you can make the argument to go with some board breakers, take out maybe... And I think that's how I'm going to side for matches that board breakers are going to be better. So I may put in 3 econs, 3... you wouldn't want to do econ, but you could do Forbidden Droplet and probably Change of Heart, some stuff like that. Maybe some taking control of their monsters and stuff. But anyways, just any kind of board breakers will work. We're already running Thrust, which is kind of a board breaker, kind of not. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.